So what other strategy do we have in order in this whole advertising thing? You already heard how to be a jolly good fellow, a trusted guy, how to be an expert with the media. And I also think you have heard and gotten the idea that we're going to make you extremely well known and make the community leaders supporting you, because as you get into the media, as you do the jolly good fellow thing, the community leaders, fire chief, police chief, Red Cross chief, they completely support you. All right, so we have heard about those strategies so far. Let's take a strategy in a couple of different small little ways on how we get the whole medical field behind you, knowing you, wanting you, liking you, and starting referring to you. Not necessarily, in fact, not at all, clinically. Even though because you're an expert and have been portrayed in an expert as in the media and maybe have your book or whatever it might be, they will also start referring clinically more under any circumstances, of course, especially if you are somebody who easily gets referrals. But we're now talking about, for instance, a dentist who doesn't get referrals from nobody. A general dentist, a podiatrist who barely gets referrals. You know, we're not talking about an endodontist who does sometimes get referral. We're not talking about a cardiologist who does get referral. All right? And so let me talk about this a little bit, okay? How can we do this? Let me tell you, the medical community, first of all, getting them behind you, the doctors and his staff, making them knowing you, liking you as a person again, and while also knowing he's also pretty damn good. You know, keep in mind, if a receptionist or an office manager or a doctor wants to refer casually, just kind of like if a patient in an MD office says, by the way, do you know a dentist, do you know a podiatrist, do you know this, something which they not directly refer, they are much more bound to mention somebody whom they know has been portrayed in the community as an expert via the television, the radio, the book, and all those type of things. And also, for sure, want to refer them more, mention your name more if you have been referred to in the media as a jolly good fellow, as a human, a good human guy, as a guy who can be trusted, as a guy who's involved in the community. And every time I say that, I always got to point out it doesn't take work on your own to be involved in the community. But anyway, back to the getting referrals from doctors, not necessarily on a professional level, but on a, oh yeah, we know Dr. Schmidt definitely is a jolly good guy. He is seems to be a well-known expert in his field, blah, blah, blah. How do we do that? Every doctor has the same problem you have. Doesn't matter what profession he's in. He needs more new patients. He needs better paying new patients. He has small staff problems maybe. He has collection problems. He has this type of problems. Just like we said, the reporter has problems getting more and better story, because if he doesn't get them, he will be fired. His station will not be able to charge advertising money because the whole news will not be good. You understand? He needs that too. So what about, as you learn with our program here, as you learn marketing, as you learn public relation, as you learn even about personnel and little things like that, what about giving little bits and pieces of information to the doctor? Only with, you know, I hope it helps you. Half a page, once a month, once every 2 weeks, once every 2 months, however you feel. And what about if this information is pre-packaged from us to you? What about giving some small little quotes, such as from Mario Andretti, the Formula 1 car champion racer in, I don't know, 1970, something like that, whatever. And he says, if everything is under control, you're going too slow. Ha, you bet you are. And then a small paragraph written by me. How that applies to a practice. Now you can change that name in the practice below where my name is and put your name there. You can maybe the whole thing triggers a small idea on your own and you write it and you put your name there. Maybe you leave my name there, but kind of saying, oh wow, that's a guy who is a consultant and happens to be an author and all those type of little things. Maybe it makes a different impression. But either way, prepackaged, hundreds and hundreds of this type of quotes. How, where, what to do with personnel, this and this. What does Rockefeller say, and then a small things to do. What does Theodore Roosevelt say, and many other people. And as I said, always geared towards the running of a practice. Those doctors will start loving you. They will start liking you. They will go, oh, who is he? Now, of course, some of it will just discard the information and go, what the jerk, who is that? What the hell does he? Yes, most of them will at least put a small smile on it. And then, let's go a step further. What about if we impress the office manager and the receptionists with information about how you can be and how you are a jolly good fellow in town, what activities you're going to do next, what is all happening on your agenda in the community, so that they can participate, so that those office managers and receptionists can involve their patients, so that the office manager or the receptionist can say to their patients, Mrs. Schmidt, don't you have a son 4 years old? I think he should participate in this good deed contest which Dr. Schulze puts on, the dentist down the road, the podiatrist down the road, the cardiologist down the road, the whatever. Oh yes, as you well know, office managers and receptionists talk a lot more to patients than the doctors do. Get under their heart, they love it. All of them have children, all of them have parents and stuff. They love social activities. They think doctors should give back because they all think doctors make so much money. They should give back, and by the way, we all should. So, to office managers, receptionists, staff, and the doctors with giving him hints on how to do better business without getting involved in being his consultant, nevertheless throwing him those hints. Instead of some jokes, you know, like on the internet you get all these joke things. Yeah, give him something of value coming from you. I am telling you, it works like a bomb. And without any due introduction, without like actually mentioning another area where the same principle can be applied is small business owners. Let me tell you, small business owners the same way. Keep in mind that most of the problems we're talking about in business, how to attract clients, how to attract patients, it does apply to a plumber and to a carpenter and to a car mechanic and to a beauty salon owner and to whatever, anything. So that same principle could be applied there. And here you're going after people with disposable income. Doctors, business owners. You're going after people who are influential in their community with their clients and their patients, and obviously also with their staff. And that is what you need. The program is powerful. The program does take no time, you know, because all the letters and the things getting out automatically, you know, once you have a mailing list, which you, by the way, get from us, it's just bang, 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 out, 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 go, go, go. It's just a matter from you to read that one page yourself and go, ah, I like that page. And a matter of your office manager saying, oh, next week, next month, we're having a blah-de-blah event. Boom, the little flyer goes again in, gets sent to the office manager, which, by the way, can be done via email, via fax, and via letter. Those are the three main type of ways on how to communicate to them. Depends on what data you have. You get almost all of that from us, part of the program. You know, the mailing lists, which are not cheap if you get them on your own. Here we go. Have a good hunting with the doctors out there. Become the guy who the whole medical community and the whole business community knows. They just know you. They might never be your patients. And by the way, I'm glad I mentioned this, you'll be surprised how many of those doctors and business owners, because of it, will become your patients. Never mind how many people they will send your way by casual conversation only, because you're so well known to them and you're talking to them, delivering to them something of value to them, not something which you're asking them for referrals. You're delivering value to them in fields which have nothing to do with you. You are a non-threatening person to them and they will gravitate towards you. All the best with this program. It's wonderful. Bye-bye.